Following on from my previous video on whether being a good girl is affecting your skin peace, let's talk about boundaries. Boundaries. Oh my God. Buzzword. I believe better boundaries creates calmer skin. So I created a video in December 2024, and I still believe so true. And I'm going to share it next, really. So if you think about our skin being our barrier, okay, it's a physical barrier, but also it protects us from things coming from outside into our internal world, whether that is bacteria, pollution, UV rays, but it's also protecting us from energy, so people who are trying to get our time, our energy, our resources. They're going to be knocking at our door. And until we can establish this barrier, our skin is not going to be happy. Similarly, from inside as well, we need to create better boundaries with ourselves. The ability to say, no, stop, I've had enough. If we are not able to express ourselves, that is also going to come knocking at our door. We're going to be pushing things out. Think about, kind of like almost like when we were rosacea, we've got this fire to express, or we've got this eruption, a cyst, because something is being suppressed. So I believe, having the boundaries, not just from our external world, but also within ourselves as well. If I give you an example, when I was as a training doctor, I didn't have very good boundaries, or I didn't really know what what healthy boundaries are, and also didn't know how to express them or implement them, and also maintain them as well. And being a junior female doctor, I had advances from senior consultants, male consultants, and surgeons, and so it made me feel uncomfortable, but I didn't know how to speak up. I remember there was a message from a surgeon. I think he was asking me, what I was doing. I don't know what the conversation is. And then we started messaging, and then he said, you will look really good in pink boots and a pink cowboy hat. I mean, like, you wouldn't say that to your junior doctor. I'm like, oh my goodness. I mean, at the time, I was so naive, and I was just like, oh, I thought, oh, that's very sweet, I guess. But again, coming back to the whole people pleasing, good girl, getting our validation external, and it's confusing. It's confusing because you're not sure, okay, is it a compliment, or is it hitting on me, or is it, I'm not sure where is this leading to? Luckily nothing happened. Nothing happened, thank goodness. But that boundaries cost me, not being able to say no to one of my ex-boyfriends who basically sexually assaulted me after I had my procedure with the my cervical cancer. And he forced himself upon me, and it took me a few years after to heal from that heal from that experience. And now I'm very protective of my body, definitely very protective of my body. So the boundaries is not just external. So those things are more potentially dangerous things, but also internal, like, keeping, I feel boundaries for ourselves is almost like keeping the promises that we make for ourselves, whether that is to go to the gym, eat healthily, get rid of that or leave that toxic relationship, or cutting ties with people that drain you and you know that they're not good for you until you do the inner healing, then you are better at responding with grace. Because at the end of the day, it's not our job to coddle people or make people comfortable in their problems or solve all their problems. Our job to take care of our energy and our peace and our time and our resources until so that we can, like I said, better respond with more grace. It's not to be completely like, I'm going to cut you off and everything. So that's like extreme. And I have been there. So the boundaries and like, no, 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 I'm not going to like go with you and everything. And you can go extreme, cut everything off. And we may feel good in that moment, but there's a part of us that good girl pull And so, oh no, 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 I don't mean it. I don't mean it. And then we feel guilty. And then it's got like, ups and downs and extremes. And that is the process really of finding our boundaries and finding what healthy boundaries means to us and what we deem is important because everyone has a different level of boundaries. Is you know you and I are different. I may feel comfortable in this size of bubble, but you may feel comfortable in a bigger size of bubble in the same way that I'm okay feeling in this, in this case, but then you may feel like, okay, you need more space. So everyone is different. And I think every season you will find your boundaries, you will know more of what your, I guess, comfort zone as well, and then where you want to stretch that as well. Yes, so let's get on to the recording because I feel it's gold. It's gold. Okay, so look out for your boundaries because when your boundaries are better, your skin will be so much happier. I'll see you next video. Ciao.
I know this sounds woo-woo, but do you ever notice your skin flaring up when your boundaries are consistently crossed or you're not expressing yourself enough? Now look at this. Our skin is a barrier, protecting us from things coming in from the outside and things going out from the inside. Now let's say, for example, we are unaware of what healthy boundaries are and we struggle to maintain them. And we have people or situations encroaching into our space, time, energy, and resources. Knock, knock, knock. Bash, bash, bash. Our skin, which is our barrier trying to protect us, is getting a beating from the outside. So it flares up until we can establish and maintain our boundaries. Similarly, on the inside, when we are struggling to express ourselves, whether that's saying no, stop, no more, or speaking our truth, that part of us that wants to find more courage and feel more comfortable speaking up and out is going to be knocking at our proverbial door. That voice that is suppressed is slowly building up and fighting to get out. So there is a war between our inner voice and this barrier trying to protect us. Our skin flares up until we express what needs to be expressed. This is my hypothesis. Do you see a connection when your skin flares up? Let me know in the comments below.